It might be a little late. It's technically my fault, but I was trying to multitask. I was trying to do something, trying to find an answer to something, but I couldn't find the answer. My thingy won't load, so still can't find an answer. I might have to give them like a call um, to try and get a definitive answer because I just do not freaking know without asking somebody because I can't get the robot to actually do what I want. So that is outside of my control. But what you gonna do? Let's see. I want to run that twice, but we're not going to. Oh well. I need to get the 7 stars used so they're on cooldown so I can potentially use at least some of them tomorrow. So we can get a like double cycle. So I'm gonna do this. Use a few, or one, and then I'll go top down. We'll just do that. I really don't know why that won't load through. Not a clue. Because this loads through. If I go here, yeah, it seems like no, we're not doing that. See, the way it does it, it's just total. And that's half. Although not exactly half because the way it's fractional, but whatever. It's fine. Wait, you got stealthy? What? Um, what's up, Galibus? Yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to. That should the burst on that should do full damage. Yeah, that's what I thought. Both. I'm gonna have to call them to confirm that detail. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna have to call them. Nice. Yeah, my 7-star still on way. I'm gonna finish that and then take um Hulkbuster. Dang. Yeah, he'll be solid for that. Well, I mean he doesn't shrug anything by himself. So hold on a second. Let me just double check the wording. Let's see. Yeah, immune to or purifies. Yeah, he doesn't have anything. I mean, unless he's like a Saga champion too. I mean, he'll get the extra bonus, the attacker bonus for that. But outside of that, like he doesn't otherwise benefit from the like he's not gonna get extra attack because he's not is not immune to any of the debuffs, or he's not gonna purify any of them. Um, he's not the kind of skill champion that actually benefits from the node. And you, Mizzy, are dead. Well, shuts down the other thing, the that node because like it counts like it thinks your fury as is that fury for the intercept. Yeah. Oh wait, sorry, I'm looking at the weeks 1 and 2. Sorry. Yeah, the ebb and flow he kind of ignores because it counts the fury passive as um or no, because he just pauses it. Like he can keep it paused by just dexing. So yeah. The problem is though, is the polka dot power. He wouldn't be able to get um, his precision because he wouldn't get any power because he's got no dot. So you wouldn't have to worry about the protection at all. Like you could keep that off at all times. Or sorry, no. You start with a bar of power, so he would be able to get his precision. But that would be the only special he could throw. Dude, Power Start Attacker starts with a bar of power. That's going to be insane for a lot of champions. Like, bruh, Onslaught will go stupidly fast. All right, I ended up doing 2. Yeah, yeah, Stealthy will be solid. I was looking at the wrong move. Yeah, yeah. No, he'll be pretty good. That's my bad. He'll be fine. Oh, yeah, that's. I'm gonna have to call them to. I'll have to do that at some time during the week because the only answer during normal business hours. I can't call them on the weekend. Um, yeah, Koye, dude, yeah, even more so. It's actually almost bad for her because you can't get the combo up for the vicious buff before you'd get to the special too. Like you'd have to throw it before getting it. So, but it's whatever. I mean, the GC though is like not polka dot power, so yeah. But in the, I'm confusing myself. I need to double check like the side quest stuff and I don't know. I need to do this, use the 4 stars, and then figure something out. We just need to hit cyber already so I can spend my units on something useful. I don't know. Is he tactic? Does he actually get the node? I didn't realize that was like you've tested that. Like he gets that. I didn't realize that. Didn't realize the infection. I haven't even started EQ. I haven't done an initial. I haven't even started Elder or Classic. Dang. Yeah, that makes them even better than actually. Sheesh. It's gonna be an interesting season. Oh, shoot. Radiant store resets as well, which means I need to spend some radiance. Maybe. I'll have to double check. I need to make sure my currencies are where they're supposed to be. I had to like spend some glory this morning real quick before the so I could claim last week's AQ before it expired. From AQ we get like 16,000 a week on the off. It's like 30,000 during raid weeks or something, but like the regular week it's like 16 and a half or something like that. It's not like a lot. Because we're in that 45 to 90 bracket. So it's just not that much. Which is like a high AQ. The fact that like we get such like a pitiful seeming amount. Because like I mean that's in the course of a month. So in the cycle, like even adding the raid week once a month, AQ in total gives me like less than 100,000 in a cycle of the store. Whereas just one season of BGs, as long as I'm at least in Mysterium, like M3 being a minimum, that's 150 plus the third. So you're gonna have 180 just from a BG season, like minimum basically for being in the top 1,000, and it only goes up from there. So yeah, that's supposed to be like a point zero like 2% chance for that to happen. Slay. So yeah. That is not like your standard. Most people are not going to pull them from one of those crystals. And I'm pretty sure there's only one of those crystals you can have right now as free to play that I know of that you buy from the store. I don't think there's any more available until later. I think there's like other events. I think the BG season might have some or something like that, but I think right now there's only one for free to play. I haven't opened it yet myself. Nice. Solid. Yeah, I gotta do war too, so you know. eh, I did make the move, so I can do like I can finish the path and do the mini. Yeah, that's one way to do it. Yeah, that makes sense. 0.1%. Still, it's still tiny. I mean, even 5 times higher than what I said is still. I mean, that's what 1 in 1,000, and you're only meant to open up what like 100 of them, or is it less than that in these things for stealthy? I think it's less than that. I think it's you only need like what 20 or so. It's like not as big or 50. I think it's 50. Maybe it's 50. So just being, I mean, it's not accurate, but if you just do that, I mean, it's not how the statistics work on it, but um, that is give or take. Say if you finagled the numbers, um, again, it's not actually accurate, but 50 out of 1,000 expected, 1 in 1,000 is a 5% chance in your 50 of getting them. It's not great. It's probably honestly less than that. Um, Cole, I mean, is he tactic? Can he get the infection too and get extra power? I mean, you start with the bar. I have no idea. You mean it's still off season? You could test it. Or wait, actually, no, because it's the debatable because of the intercept thing. If you can't, if you'd have to line up your armor breaks first, then get the intercept, and then if they didn't die in the 12 seconds you had the fury, all the armor breaks would go away, and the protection would come back up, and you'd be kind of screwed. Um, but if with the extra fury, like if you could like do your like 3 heavies or whatever, intercept, um, and then kill him in that fury duration, then yeah, he'd crush it. Um, I mean, I've gotten Jean, Spider Woman. I think I've gotten Bastion again as well. The only one of those I haven't gotten is Carolina. I mean, especially for Cole. But I mean, generally, you'd think you're finishing the fight usually with the um, you start with three charges in battlegrounds, right? Well, those charges also give him extra attack. So that 40% isn't actually a straight 40% increase in his damage. I think it's what 10% damage per charge. I'd have to look at his kit. Um, so it wouldn't actually be a direct 40% damage increase, and obviously less if you were fighting like class advantage on. Yeah, during this meta, honestly, even no, she wouldn't do quite as good for because of the um, stuff getting purified. It's be great for weeks 1 and 2 though. He's impressive. True. Like she'd be substantially less viable against like an onslaught. She wouldn't really be able to do a Tuma. Be a bit rough for a Korg or Killmonger. Chavez. What about Chavez for the weeks 1 and 2? She'd be great for weeks 1 and 2 because she's not dependent on debuffs. Getting the extra attack would be nice. Just like depending on who you're fighting, like heavy, like if it's serpent, like heavy, go for an intercept, and then just basically do that as normal and intercept as needed. I think what we do is I think I go ahead and just awaken Kushala because I'm holding on to 7-star basics for another 2 months anyway. So even if we were like, so I've been wanting her awakened anyway. And I don't know what else I would use like the Mystic Gem on either. Because it's basically between her or Longshot, but she's already ranked up, and Longshot would have to be awakened before I can rank him up. And basically everybody else, Mystic wise, is that really needs it is awakened. Um, Wolf is awakened. White Tiger's awakened. The only one that's not that could like benefit from it, at least defensively, is Rintra, and I'm not overly fussed about that one. Not for like a gem. I'll like he can just wait till he's awakened. Yeah, because he doesn't rely on debuffs either. Yeah, no, Juggernaut would be exceptional, especially starting with a bar of power too. Golly, dude, ridiculous. I feel like I'm getting points like actually really quickly. I think the rounds are going quick too because like I've just been fighting 6 stars and not 7 stars because they have substantially less health. Because they're not even ascended 6 stars; they're just Kang 6 stars. So they die really really fast. Okay, come on. Okoye. Because Captain Britain, she's gonna be a dick at rank 3. Um, Whereas I think the rank 4 on Okoye actually opens her up to do a lot more like of her off fights, like where like she works for, but not like she wasn't like made for them, like Serpent or um, Dark Phoenix fights. So I'm personally probably gonna go re-ranking up Okoye. I'm gonna go ahead and open up one more Titan, um, at least, and then just Horde Titans, and I'm just gonna go ahead and awaken Okoye and take her up to rank 4, specifically because of the meta. I think for this next season. Yeah, they haven't really made, and there's not like I don't know. It's crazy to me that like she has the ensnare and like is like honestly pretty bustedly strong, and she's already passed her rebalance. Like they were like, she's strong, she's in a good spot, she's staying as is, and that's like mind-boggling that they honestly didn't tune her down in some way because she's insane. Um, but then uh, Spider Woman like, nope, that's the ensnared. That's problematic. The ability action reduction like messes with things. It's bad. Um, and it's like, so stupid. Yeah, she's gonna be really hard to. I mean, basically, the only way to do it is to make everybody thing. Complete debuff immunity. uh, you know. Um, so basically the only way to not have her work because any one of like a bleed immunity or a shock immunity and she still crushes. It's when there's both immunities that she's just garbage. So I mean, she can even do Thanos. I mean, you have to finagle that one a little bit more, but she can still do that pretty quickly. There's not many champions that can do Thanos like sub a minute anyway. And depending on the way things line up, I think she could maybe do it in around a minute.